It's Linda Cobb, and you're talking dirty with the Queen of Clean. Do you have dirt, stink, mess, cleaning frustration? Do you dread cleaning? If so, boy, are you in the right place. Cleaning may never be your personal joy, but I can show you how to clean smarter, not harder, and get out of the house faster. So let's jump right in and get started. It's Linda Cobb, and you are talking dirty with the Queen of Clean. Welcome to today's show. On today's show, we are going to start the new year off right, and I've got tips for you on many little problems that each of you may have at home at one point or another. First of all, we're going to talk about baby stains. This segment is going to be for my two dearest friends' babies who were recently born. So this is for Archie and Isabella, and we're going to teach their parents how to clean up after them, which those of you who have children know can be a chore. Then we're going to talk about bird feeders, hummingbird feeders, how to keep them clean, stinky dogs and how to de-stink them. And we're also going to talk about keeping your laundry room clean, because that's where you clean your clothes. And believe me, it gets dirtier than you would ever imagine. So before I get started, I want to remind you that you can go to queenofclean.com and click on our library. In the library, I have hundreds and hundreds of wonderful quick cleaning tips. You can type in whatever problem you're having and up will pop the answers. It's the Queen at your fingertips 24/7. And the best part, it's absolutely free. So now let's get started on talking about baby stains. So everybody that has babies, listen up. First of all, formula stains and breast milk stains are the worst to get out. So if you have those on white clothes, a couple of things that you can do. First of all, you can squirt on lemon juice and lay them out in the sunshine. That does a wonderful job at removing them. You can also use a product called Dissolve It Laundry Saver. Now, this is a product that you can buy in the store, and it is like a miracle worker. It even takes out stains that have gone through the dryer. And I will put together some links for you so you know what to look for if you're buying it at the store, or they have it at Amazon, and I'll give you a link for that too. Another thing you're going to want to keep on hand is Fell's Naphtha Laundry Bar Soap. Now, this is a really, really old-fashioned bar soap. In fact, my great-grandma used to shred that and use it in her laundry to do her wash. But boy, does it take out stains. And I'll give you a link to that too. Now, what about formula on colored clothes? You can use unseasoned meat tenderizer in cold water. You make a paste out of it, let it sit on the stain for 30 minutes before laundering. And why does it work? Because it digests the protein in the formula or the breast milk. And it's all natural and safe for your babies. It works great. Now, a little bit older baby, lots of apple juice going down there. And what can you take that out with? Work in a paste of borax, 20 Mule Team Borax. You can buy that at any grocery store in the laundry aisle, and it's great to have on hand. Now, with babies, we always have some spit up, obviously. Now, what can take that out? Well, you can take some borax and some laundry soap and vigorously scrub the fabric. Then you're going to rinse it well with a little salt water. Pre-treat it and launder as usual. The salt water not only makes sure you have no staining, but it also makes sure that you have no smell. Now, what about those other accidents? Well, for urine, you want to rinse well, flush with cold water to the back side of the fabric, apply white vinegar, and flush again. Now, if you have a leaky diaper, the one thing I highly recommend to you, especially if you're using these cloth diapers that many of you are right now, is to take that dirty diaper and push it up and down in clean toilet water to get all of the debris off of it. That way you don't have that debris in any other area of the home. Then throw it in a bucket, take it in the laundry room, pre-treat it, and launder as usual. Now, another really great laundry spotter that you want to have around is Zout, Z-O-U-T, Zout Laundry Spotter. It works wonderful, even on baby stains. Now, let's talk about baby toys too, because babies put everything in their mouths. So we don't want to use anything that is too caustic. So first thing I want to talk about today is cleaning baby shoes. You can polish them by rubbing them with a little rubbing alcohol and then polish them. And then if you have scuff marks, put a little clear nail polish on those areas and it keeps them from scuffing up the next time. For stuffed animals, sprinkle them with baking soda or cornstarch and put those in a plastic bag and shake the dickens out of them. The next day you come back, take them outside and brush them really, really good. And they will be clean and fresh smelling, and it's safe and natural. Now, for teethers, for rattles, for anything like that, put them in the dishwasher. It cleans them up beautifully, it sanitizes them, and you're good to go again. Remember, any baby toys, anything that you can put in the dishwasher, especially if they're small, putting them in the silverware container will do a great job cleaning them so that you don't have any residue from cleaning products on them. Now, let's talk about birds. This is the time of year when a lot of you are feeding birds in the colder states. And one thing we have to remember to do is keep that bird feeder clean. Mold and mildew can grow in there and bacteria, and that can actually kill the birds. So instead of being generous and kind with them, you're actually not doing them any favors. So this is what we want to do for a bird feeder. We're going to mix a solution of 1 part liquid chlorine bleach with 9 parts of water. So it's 1 part liquid chlorine bleach, 9 parts of water. Now this gives us a 10% bleach solution. You're going to soak that feeder in the bleach solution for 10 minutes. Then scrub and remove as much dirt as possible. Then inspect it, make sure you've got it good and clean, and then you want to rinse with hot water. Then you can dry it well, put it back together, and put your food in it. And if you're using a feeder for water, do the same thing. Now, we here in Arizona and a lot of the warmer states have hummingbirds all year long. In fact, right now I have 6 feeders outside and I have a lot of hummingbirds. Now, it's very important to keep their feeders clean because they have to feed so often every day to keep their energy level up. So you want to make sure you don't have mold and mildew in them. So one good way to clean them is with the hottest water you can get out of the tap and white vinegar. And make sure you get a bottle brush that will fit into the neck of those feeders and scrub them really good inside. And get a little brush, and even one of those makeup brushes that you can buy a group of to use in your products work well to get into the little chutes like where this hummingbird feeder solution is. So they're where they land and they suck out the nectar. You want to keep those especially clean. So you can take that brush and push it in there and spin it around and clean it out really, really well. You want to give it that super rinse with hot water several times. And just to let you know how to make a great nectar, you're going to use 1 part sugar to 4 parts water. So it's 1 part sugar to 4 parts water. And do not use food coloring. Let the coloring that attracts the birds come from your feeders, not by putting anything that isn't 100% natural in. Hummingbirds are so delicate. So what I do when I make it is I take a cup of sugar and 4 cups of water. And I actually, instead of putting it on the stove, I do that in the microwave. And I put it in for 4 minutes, which dissolves the sugar completely. Then I let it cool down to about room temperature and I fill those feeders. And my hummingbirds love me, I guarantee you. And they are so much fun to watch. If you have the opportunity to have a hummingbird feeder, it's great for the kids to watch too. And my cats totally enjoy it. Now, I want to talk to you too about bird baths because cleaning those is really important because the water gets stagnant. It sits in there. And on those, you want to stay away from disinfectants and just scrub it out with a brush that you keep just for that purpose. Now, the easiest bird baths to clean are the ones with a removable plastic insert. You can use glass ones. The ones that are a little harder are the ones that are made out of cement because there's porous areas in those. So you want to make sure that you scrub those completely. Now, plastic and some of those are a little slippery for bird feet. So you might want to throw in a few rocks so they have something to stand on while they're drinking. And a health warning to you, always wash your hands after filling or cleaning your bird feeders or your bird baths. And if you're cleaning those in your sink in the kitchen, if you don't have another area to clean those in, make sure that you sanitize that sink and use a cleaner that contains chlorine bleach, and you want to disinfect. So you're going to spray it on, let it sit for 5 minutes, and then rinse it off with hot water. Now, what about the dog? Maybe your dog just doesn't smell so great right now. Maybe it smells a little extra doggy. Maybe at some point in its little life, it has jumped into a lake or pond and it smells awful. And here in Arizona, it's still warm enough to have that happen. And even if they've been come to a meeting with a skunk, you can use this to clean them. You use a feminine hygiene product, and it's douche. You can clean the animal with that. You do it outside, and you keep the product away from your dog's eyes, but it works great. Now, I like to use Massengill. It's a natural one. It works well, and it takes away the odor 100%. So you put it on, you let it stay on for a while. I try to leave it on for about 10 minutes or more, and then you let them shake it off, and they're done. Now, by using the douche, they can be springtime fresh anytime you want them to be. Now, let's talk about cleaning pet toys. After it's been in a dog's mouth, no one really wants to touch it. In fact, after my cat's toys have been in their mouth, I don't really want to touch those either. Now, some soft toys can go in the washing machine, but plastic toys can actually be put in the dishwasher. Now, I don't put them in with my dishes. I put them in with other unusual things that I might be cleaning. Things that I would clean in there might be pet bowls and things like that. Could be toys. It could be anything like that. Wash them all together. And what I put in there, instead of using the actual dishwasher detergent, which is pretty strong for using with animals, I use 20 Mule Team Borax, and I fill the detergent cup with that. And make sure you're using your rinse. Now, if the toys are a little more delicate, do not go to the dry cycle because that can melt them. So if you're cleaning anything that could melt in the heat of the dishwasher, shut the dry cycle off and let them dry naturally. It works really, really well. I do that with my cat toys all the time. Now, I want to jump from the babies and the pets to the laundry room because, it's the new year. We've all got great plans in our head. We're going to lose weight. We're going to organize the house. We're going to clean out the master bedroom closet and get rid of the clothes that don't fit. We're not going to keep anything that we don't use. We're going to clean out the storage building. Oh, and that is my big one every year. And this year I did do a little bit of that, so I feel kind of good about that. But the one place we can clean and feel good about is the laundry room. You're washing dirty clothes in there all the time. You're washing maybe microfiber rags. You're washing things that are actually dirty, maybe bathroom rugs, whatever. And the machine gets dirty. Now, even if you have a cleaning feature, a tub cleaning feature on your washing machine, there is a product that you can use to clean it. It is called Smelly Washer. Again, it's Smelly Washer. And I'm going to put a link at the end of this so that you can find it. But it is a natural product and it cleans and sanitizes. Now, if you don't have a cleaning feature on your washing machine, you're going to put that in and you're going to run that washing machine through the longest cycle. You will be amazed at how clean it is. And after you're done, make sure you wipe down the washing machine on the exterior and on the interior. Wipe down the top of that door and those places. I think you'll be amazed at how dirty your machine might have been. Now, another thing you can do is you can fill the machine with hot water, add a quart of chlorine bleach, or you can add a quart of white vinegar, one or the other, not both. You don't use any detergent. Run it through that entire long cycle. This will clean out the machine and the hoses and keep that machine running well. Now, let's talk about keeping the dryer humming. It's a good idea to wash out the dryer drum every few months. And to do this, either a damp microfiber cloth or a soft rag sprayed with an all-purpose cleaner works well. If you use the all-purpose cleaner, wipe it out with a damp cloth when you are done. This will remove fabric softener residue, any little dirt that's got caught in nooks and crannies, and everything will be clean and ready to dry even those sweet little baby clothes in, and do it safely. Now, we also need to clean the lint filter, and it's important to clean the lint filter after each load of clothes. A lint filter that is filled with lint has caused many a dryer fire, and it takes more energy and the clothes dry slower when you have a dirty lint filter. So to clean it easily, I just take my used dryer fabric softener sheet, gather up that lint, throw it out, and I'm done. But then about once a month, I pull that filter out, take the lint off, and then I wash it in some hot, soapy water, rinse it well. And it's really, really important that you allow it to dry all the way before you put it back in the machine. But it will save you money doing it that way because the clothes dry so much faster when you're doing that. Now, I want to talk to you about a few spotters that are important to keep on hand that you should have available to you. One is Zout Laundry Stain Remover. And it really is a fabulous stain remover. I like it so much better than the spray and washes and the things like that. Another one for red stains, Wine Away Red Wine Stain Remover. Also, hydrogen peroxide, the 3% from the drugstore. It removes blood and other stains on white clothes and colors. Denture cleaning tablets. They remove stains from white clothes and they do it quickly and easily. Automatic dishwasher detergent. Great for soaking those grimy socks in. I just soaked my white socks the other day that I wear when I run. And boy, does it clean it up, I'm telling you. And then the other thing I always have is my dryer fabric softener balls. Now, these can be the wool ones, or you can make your own. And you can go to my website, queenofclean.com, to learn how to make dryer softener balls. And they're cheap and quick and easy to make, and your things will dry so much faster. Now, one last little special laundry tip. Mark the spot. When you have something spilled on clothes, teach the family to mark that spot. Even the kids can do it. I keep some clothespins on hand near the family clothes hampers. And then you just have each member clip the clothespin on any spots or spills before they toss them in the dirty clothes. Then on laundry day, you don't have to look for anything. You don't pull the clothes out of the dryer and find out that you've got a set-in stain on it. You find the clothespin, you treat it with your laundry pre-spotter, and you are done. It makes it so much easier. Now, if you have any questions about things that you'd like me to cover, go to ask@queenofclean.com. That's ask@queenofclean.com. I will see you next week. And as always, thanks for talking dirty with the Queen of Clean.